This is a big day. This is a big day.
It is a big day.
There's a lot of things that need to be covered today.
Yes, and the week isn't over. Monday night,
Ooh.
a showdown,
Yes.
which I'll talk about later.
The Monday Night Delight.
Mm-hmm.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another fantastic episode of One Last Take, your last stop for the breakdown in all sports action of this past week. Mm-hmm. And when I say all sports action, what I mean is all sports that really matter to us right now, and that's the NFL. I'm the host with the most, Rubizmo the Gizmo, joined again by the co-host of the year nominee, PsychGeno.
Well, hello, folks. Hello, folks. Welcome into One Last Take, where we talk about sports, talk life, and a little advice. But today, it's predominantly about sports.
This is a sports episode. So,
yes.
You know what? They'll get it from the title. Aaron, make sure you make that clear on the title. This is about an NFL, week 10 breakdown, basically.
Mm-hmm.
These are takeaways, not even breakdown. Breakdown applies, and I'm studying all the games. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not studying some of these games. I have no cares or concerns about the Bears and the Lions. But you know what? I know we did a lot of chat. I don't even want to start. I'm going to say...
No, what? Go ahead. Please
sure?
go.
You want me to go first?
Yeah, because last time I went first.
Okay, then fantastic.
So you go ahead.
So
I hope you better not take my my lightning.
There's
take
one
my
place
shine.
I wanted to start.
What is your biggest takeaway from the week?
My biggest takeaway...
Is that what you're talking...
No.
Isn't that what you're about to talk about?
This is the thing that I couldn't wait to talk about. It's probably not the biggest takeaway, but it's big enough for me that I wanted to come here and talk to you about it. Because the last episode, we had a heated discussion. As it relates
CMC?
to MVP debate.
Yeah.
Yes. As it relates to Russell Wilson versus Christian McCaffrey.
Oh, okay.
And you were adamant that Christian McCaffrey was better, that he should have been the MVP.
He is
that he
MVP.
Was the all in all, and he was the MVP of the league. And the last point that I made was that Russell Wilson had a huge overtime victory over the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Wow.
And that same Buccaneer team, when they played in Carolina against CMC, McCaffrey had a chance to make
Thursday night game.
So you agree they played in Carolina on a short week when running backs thrive, and CMC had a chance to make a difference. He had a chance to win the game, and he proceeded to, on 4th and goal, fail on a direct snap.
The play was not even trickery. It didn't fool anyone. It was badly designed, poorly called.
I told you Ron Rivera is not a great offensive coach.
He's not the coach.
I don't think Norv Turner's a
Offensive.
great designer. I don't think.
Yeah, there we go.
I don't think that enough offensive minds have been on that team.
Which
with
is
that talent.
another reason why CMC is MVP. He's forced to play with that and that group.
And as history will show us, CMC failed. He ran in a sprint to the left, gets knocked out of bounds.
He followed the
fails.
play. He followed the play.
You know what? He wasn't creative. I agree. He failed to win this game when all the chips were on the line.
You think Russell trucks the guy or something?
Russell won against Tampa Bay in overtime. And then comes yesterday.
Because he can throw the ball. If CMC had the option, if they got rid of Kyle Allen and Cam and they said, you know what, CMC, we're going to make you quarterback. You know how much better they would be?
They might have some more W's if he stopped being the one they rely on, because this Sunday, the Panthers strolled into Lambeau Field, into the frozen tundra, where we got some snow. We got some snow at the end of this game.
Yeah, I saw.
And Kyle Allen led them on a heroic drive down the field.
Yeah.
Got them right to the promised land. Set them right there at the goal line.
Yeah.
And here we were again with an MVP trophy on the line.
Yeah.
And Christian McCaffrey gets the handoff to win the game from a foot away.
Nah, it's more than a foot.
For the second time this year.
It's more than a foot. It's more than a foot.
You get one shot in the NFL to have an MVP moment, to have that play, that moment that spotlights you as, oh, no, this is the guy. This is the guy.
He's already proven he's the guy.
For the second time this year, he had a chance to put the team on his back and win a game, and he failed.
First off, he's already done it.
He failed awfully. He runs right into contact early, gets both feet wrapped up, and he just leans back into it and tries to hold it. I mean, the offensive lineman's trying to pull him through. It was an embarrassing display.
Are you talking about the same play I saw? We saw that completely different. What I saw was they all knew what was coming. He had two defenders immediately break through the line, and he had to make them, both guys. He gets the ball and he immediately has to make 2 football moves just to get back to the line of scrimmage. I think you're taking things away from him.
I saw a stat come out about how Christian McCaffrey is doing better than the previous two
LT
and
and
Adrian
AP.
Peterson.
No, it's acronym. CMC, LT, AP. Come on, acronyms only.
And well, we have new listeners all the time. They like our other shows, and they decide they want to listen to us talk about sports and see how ridiculous we can be whenever it comes to this. And so far, you have lived up to it with your CMC MVP nonsense. They compared him to Adrian Peterson, saying he's got more yards per game. And more touchdowns at this point in the season. Same as LaDainian Tomlinson, a touchdown less, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, at this point.
Total touchdowns,
yes. And I was like, I don't know if that's fair. I don't know if it's fair to put him in the same echelon as proven MVP candidates, because LT from the one gets in, like every time, especially his MVP year. He never failed. And I didn't appreciate it, even here in San Diego. I didn't appreciate it as much as I probably could have, because I figured all great running backs score from the one. No. LT just found a way to have a nose for the end zone, diving over people, sliding through by people, crashing. He was just tremendous.
Can you tell me who else they had on that roster when LT won MVP?
I can't.
Who was the quarterback?
Philip Rivers, the quarterback.
Oh, okay.
Any big time
receivers?
Are you saying that Kyle Allen?
Anything you're about to say is ridiculous. So watch yourself. Watch what you're about to say.
Hold on. You just told me, but a couple episodes ago, that Cam Newton, an MVP, a Super Bowl appearance, a person who was voted the best player in football just a couple years ago by the players and coaches themselves.
Yeah, Cam. Yeah.
That Kyle Allen's better than this guy.
Because Cam Newton's hurt. Because Cam Newton's hurt right now.
It's because he's
this
hurt.
Broken down version of Cam Newton
is
the version that Kyle Allen is better than.
All I'm saying is, when you had a chance to make a statement, he failed twice. And this is the thick of the MVP race. And it doesn't help that there was another guy who's in the MVP race who may have just jumped to number 2. You know what? He may have jumped to number 1 after what I saw this weekend, but I don't want to steal all the shine. I just thought, when I watched Christian McCaffrey not get the job done, my first thought was, and that's Gene's MVP.
You know what, guys and gals, Christian is still my MVP. But you know what? Are you finished?
Go ahead.
Is that your biggest takeaway from this week?
That was my most favorite takeaway so far this week.
Oh, you have another takeaway?
This was an action-packed week. There's a lot going on. Like I said, there was one other person in the MVP discussion, but I don't want to get to it. I'll give you a chance to go ahead.
No. We can wait before we get to him. I imagine I know who you're talking about.
Okay, because he had some nice shades on the sideline.
Shades?
Yeah. You didn't see him rocking those glasses on the sideline?
I don't know. I didn't. That game was trash to me. That game was trash.
It should have been trash, except Joe Mixon actually performed. And it disgusts me because
30 attempts.
Of course I'm playing him the week that he gets 30 attempts.
And of course I benched him.
It's mind-boggling. It's mind-boggling. And when I'm losing by 4 points because Joe Mixon had the game of his life.
It's become his soapbox.
Oh my goodness. It's so frustrating to watch these bums perform against me. That's the part that really hurts. It's against me. And it's karma is what it is. I talk trash about them, and then they hit me in the throat every single time. And let's go Emmanuel Sanders tonight. That's all I got to say. Let's go Emmanuel Sanders tonight. Give me 51 yards, and I'll be happy.
Yeah, that'd be nice from a receiver.
Yeah.
Well, since we're on a soapbox, don't forget I had Cooper Kupp on my squad, who got me a big fat goose egg as I lost by 1 point. What?
Yeah.
I don't know what that was. But you know what my biggest takeaway was from this week?
What's that?
And it has to do with my Rams. What's the phrase you always like to say about the local team? Please go ahead.
They are my personal and our local Los Angeles Rams.
In San Diego.
While they are succeeding. Anytime they fail, it's the residue of St. Louis
all
over this team.
You know what they did in St. Louis?
What's that?
They got a Super Bowl title in St. Louis.
That's true. They should have had one here.
Should have
had one here.
But they did not.
They didn't.
So you better put some respect on my St. Louis Rams name. Speaking about my Los Angeles Rams, not my St. Louis Rams. Mm-hmm. You like to crown that man, number 16.
Yep.
You like to call him, please, what do you call him?
King Godfrey.
King Godfrey. I cannot tell you how frustrated I am. I have been pounding the table telling you what? He's not a good quarterback. Have I not said this?
You've suggested as much. Yeah, you don't believe that Jared Goff is a stellar quarterback. Certainly not to the degree that I think he is.
He is trash. He is absolute trash. Now, he's not Jameis Winston dumpster juice, but he is the trash can sitting outside, sitting in the sun, and he's getting hot. He ain't there yet. He hasn't melted down yet, but he's on his way to being dumpster juice.
Right. Let me ask you this. I take it that you didn't enjoy this game.
You take it that I didn't enjoy. The man is. How many times am I going to watch this man gets stripped. You need to be athletic somewhat, some bit. He's the most unathletic 23, 24-year-old quarterback I've seen in my life.
Well, did you see Brady at 23, 24?
That's my point.
And so he's a champion in the making.
Here, if you're going to be like Goff, okay. Name the 3 best quarterbacks in football right now, in your opinion.
Russell Wilson, Deshaun Watson, Lamar Jackson.
Can they all scramble?
All of them can scramble.
Are they all athletic?
They're all very athletic.
Name 2, only 2, just to make it quick, of the worst quarterbacks in the NFL right now.
Marcus Mariota and Andy. Oh, Andy's not even playing. He's already been benched. Sam Darnold.
And even they are more athletic than Jared Goff. All of them more athletic. And you say, okay, Gene, okay, PsychGeno, what's Jared Goff supposed to do if he can't run? He's a pocket quarterback. You know what you're supposed to do? You're supposed to be like Phillip Rivers. You're supposed to be like Tom Brady. You are supposed to have a check down option, a quick read, or be smarter than the defense, and a hot route instantly to get the 3 and 4s so you're always third and manageable. If you can't run as a quarterback, you need to be third and manageable to win. Sean McVay, your top 5 best head coach in the league,
still
is handcuffed with this Jared Goff for 5-6 years. This man is the 3rd highest paid quarterback in the NFL.
Yeah,
he's terrible.
You've been hating on Jared Goff for quite some time.
Hate, bro. Ain't hate.
Did he or did he not perform in the overtime game against the New Orleans Saints in the playoffs? That's the number one question I think people want to know is did he or did he not
That
perform?
Is not the number one question they want to know. Did you hear the stat about Mitchell Trubisky and Jared Goff?
I have not heard this. Maybe I have heard this. Is this about touchdowns since last year? So I may have heard it in passing. I didn't pay much attention to it at the time.
And you know what the stat is?
Go ahead.
The last 17 games.
Right.
Mitchell Trubisky, one of the worst draft picks the Bears have done in the NFL history by passing up on Deshaun Watson and Pat Mahomes.
Right.
Mitchell Trubisky has 4 more touchdowns than Jared Goff.
Yeah.
In 17 games. That includes this overtime game that you were trying to mention over the Saints, which they didn't win it with a touchdown. They won it with a field goal.
Right, but doesn't that also include a 6 touchdown game for Mitchell Trubisky?
I wish Goff had a 6 touchdown. What happened when my Rams played the Bucks?
I would ask you this. What happened when the Rams played the Bucks?
They lost.
Jared Goff was balling.
They
put up 50.
That's my point. And so did Trubisky. Trubisky balled too. Everyone balls against the Bucks.
And we saw that yesterday. Not Kyler. Actually, Kyler
did
because
ball.
Christian Kirk went off against him.
Yeah, everyone balls against the Bucks. So when you say, did he look good against the Bucks? So?
I'm simply saying that, one, Mitchell Trubisky has a fully healthy running back core that he can count on week to week. Something that Jared Goff hasn't had. We've got the shell of Todd Gurley since about halfway through last year.
I'm going to kill that argument with this. Matt Nagy versus Sean McVay. Carry on.
You know what? You heard Charles Barkley. You heard Shaq. You heard Kenny the Jet Smith.
Basketball, bro. That doesn't apply to football.
Champions.
Folks,
Champions.
He's making a statement that Shaquille O'Neal said head coaches don't matter. You can say that in basketball where a ball is being dribbled by one guy and he's like, I'm taking over. In football where it's 11 on 11 and you choose every play that's going to take place, that doesn't apply. And you know what else? Another reason Sean McVay is not in my top 5 best head coaches in the NFL.
Oh, here we come.
He only works on 1/3 of the game, the offense. He's not contributing to the defense. That's Wade. He's not contributing to the special teams. That's
Wait, hold on.
I forget his name.
Are you going to suggest? Are you going to sit here and suggest that Bill Belichick is deep into the offense in New England because he's got nothing to do with that?
And here is my answer to that.
Uh-huh.
You think they fear Bill Belichick? You think if they're going to do anything silly on that offense, or are they going to say, "Hey, Bill, we're thinking about passing it on the 1"? Are we okay with that?" And he's going to say no. You think Wade is saying anything to Sean? No. Sean's on the sideline babysitting Jared Goff. He's on the sideline dealing with other things. He says, you guys got it. You guys got it. Except Bill, everything runs through Bill. Isn't this why you think the Browns should fire Freddie Kitchens?
That is why I think the Browns should fire Freddie Kitchens.
Okay, then. So, yeah. No. Jared Goff is only contributing to 1/3 of these football games. Only the offense. And guess what looks like crap? Is it the special teams? No. Is it the defense? No. It's the offense that's looked like crap since the end of last season.
They have not looked strong, but I think that coincides greatly with Todd Gurley's performances. Because when they lost the ability to run, they lost the ability to have an effective play action.
This isn't a play. No, what about when we had C.J. Anderson?
C.J. ran well.
Okay, then.
He ran well.
Okay,
but C.J. Anderson is not Todd Gurley. Todd Gurley creates a believable play action. C.J. Anderson is a nice running back.
You're really going to blame this on a running back?
I'm saying that when you lose an element of your offense, suddenly the other parts fall out of line. This offense is about timing. This offense is about scheming. This offense is about being optimized at one particular thing.
Yeah.
That's hitting them hard with runs and then sucking them up for the play action so you can hit the bomb over the
just
top.
like the Niners. I understand that.
When you lost the ability to run, which everyone saw Todd Gurley was not Todd Gurley.
Mm-hmm.
We all know that. Yet they force him to carries. They force him out there on the field. There's just no believability. You got guys in and out of lineups. Could this be because of Cooper Kupp's return? Maybe.
Cooper Kupp, was he playing last night? Was he there? Did he play?
Hold on. There is great, and there's the next part. That's what. I'm so surprised. A scorn lover doesn't want to look at the totality of things that happen.
I'm looking at the totality.
Here's
of things.
the totality. The Pittsburgh Steelers have a tremendous defense right now.
Oh my god.
This defense might be Steel Curtain 2.0.
It's not. It's not that great.
I don't want to jump to conclusions and say it's the best defense in Steelers history. I'm not going to go there. But they were swarming Cooper Kupp yesterday. I mean, passes were right there by him, and they're just knocking them down.
What did I say? You must go underneath. You have one of the most athletic tight ends. You have one of the best receivers in Cooper Kupp. Robert Woods is an exceptional player. What?
Everett had a lot of catches.
Yeah. That's fine.
The Rams aren't built around Everett. Anybody trying to go to Everett?
They drafted Everett before they drafted Cooper Kupp.
I don't think that anyone in their mind thinks that Gerald Everett is somebody that needs to be feared on the Rams. He's not even an Austin Hooper. Like he's an afterthought. He's not significant. They've got two healthy, legitimate receiving options, and he's not one of them. This has just been it was just a bad game.
It's not just a bad game. They can't beat anybody good, Rue. Can you please remove the crown?
Are you picking
remove the crown?
He had a chance to have the crown taken, and he stepped up and showed.
Why wasn't his crown up for grabs after this game? Alpha bye week in Pittsburgh against Mason Rudolph.
I want to blame Wade Phillips, who I told you since the beginning
he didn't have a bad game. No, he did not have a bad game.
He has been embarrassing his father since the moment this season started.
No, they had a strip
sack return. They had a safety.
They had a safety, and I think it had two other fumbles recovered. Like, what are you talking about? Yeah, that's not Wade. I wish Wade would take and him up little Sean McVay, pick him up and have his feet dangling off the ground. It's like, you better get your act together. This offense is trash, and toss him to the sideline. I wish Wade would do that, but he's too old. He'd probably croak.
Wow, he's too old and he would probably croak.
And you know what? I'm picking the Bears.
Didn't James Washington catch a touchdown this game?
Yeah.
You got to stop that.
No, you know
stop that.
That's Hill. I hate him too. I don't care. Troy Hill, I think that's his name. Hill. I hate every. You know what? I hate all the defensive backs the Rams have, other than Jalen Ramsey. I'm not including the safeties right now. I do like Taylor Rapp. I do like Eric Weddle, although Weddle's lost many a steps, and Josh Johnson when he was there.
You know, what does it say about us as fans that the team you support, your Rams, and the team that was at one point local to this city in San Diego, we loathe. We hate everything about them.
Yeah.
I hate it. The good players, not good enough. The bad players, cut them. There's nothing good that they can accomplish.
But I will say this. All jokes aside, I mean, I don't like Hill, but he is what he is. He was undrafted, if I'm not mistaken. I actually shout out to him. But what I don't like is that Jared Goff, we are going to be stuck with this man for several years to go. And he's not this. Think about this, Ruben.
Yeah.
This is the best he's going to be.
I disagree.
How can he get any better?
He's only, like 24?
Is he controlling that offense, or is it still with Sean McVay?
I think that guys get better as they get older.
Is he a puppet or not?
I think we'll find out. Is Brady a puppet or not? Maybe you never have to find out.
Oh, it's Brady. Well, Brady's not a puppet.
If he's not a puppet, then leave New England.
What are you talking about? Why would I leave? Why would you leave such a great thing?
If you're that man and you don't want me talking trash about you every single game.
He ain't worried about the trash you're talking about. He's talking about getting rings.
And a lot of people.
Let me ask you this. Jared Goff or Dak Prescott, which one looks like they have grown more as a quarterback?
I know Dak's grown more as a dancer. Did you see that pregame warm-up? Have you seen the videos going around?
I'm not taking any jokes right now. This is serious. We're still talking about golf. I want to know who looks like they've grown.
Dak Prescott looks like he's grown. However, that growth really came when he got Amari Cooper. So I'm not sure, sir. I am not certain that he's not just the same quarterback with better weapons.
Which is fine. That's fine.
Like
Sometimes you need that.
If you replace Brandon Cooks with Julio Jones, suddenly there's growth, right? Like that's if you replace Todd Gurley with CMC, suddenly there's growth in the offense.
Yeah,
I'm not going to contribute. All of that.
There's a lot of growth.
But
I would still say golf is holding them back. The same reason I say Jimmy Garoppolo is holding back the Niners.
I just need him to hit a manual. Give me 51 or 2 tonight, and then hold back everything else. I don't care.
What's your big takeaway?
Golf
sucks. He's hot trash. In case anyone forgot or dozed off during my rant, carry on.
The takeaway that I thought you were going to jump on because it was easy to be had.
What?
Lamar Jackson.
That's not a takeaway. There was nothing special. He beat up the Bengals.
No, there's nothing special about beating up the Bengals. He does demolish bad teams.
Yeah.
But it's the way that you win. And sometimes you can beat a team and you win because you're supposed to, because you're better. And other times you win just through brute force. He looked tremendous in this game. In every respect. I mean, the first bomb down the field, and you were like, oh, this is going to be one of those kind of games.
Oh, yeah, that's why I started Hollywood.
Yeah, so you knew it was going to be one of those kind of games.
Mm-hmm.
Mark Andrews scoring a couple times. Lamar was just firing bullets everywhere. And, of course, the spotlight play that McCaffrey failed to do.
What are you talking about?
When he had a chance to make a mark on a season, he failed. Lamar Jackson, with his scramble, his read option, cut through the line,
how does
juke
that's
one guy,
not the same for
juke one defender, hit the circle button, and spin move.
Oh yeah,
past 3 defenders.
A wicked spin move too.
Full speed.
His overall rating on spin on Madden next year 99.
90 effing 9.
99.
It was a full. I could run right now down the street and try to spin, and I would fall on my face. Like, this was incredible athleticism, incredible speed, incredible agility. I didn't think I would see Nair even dare to compare anyone to Michael Vick, because the Michael Vick experience was something sensational. It was something absolutely unparalleled. Lamar Jackson might be faster than Michael Vick.
I don't want to go there. I will say there were games I watched Vick take off.
Yep.
Lamar has not had enough big highlight runs like that yet.
Certainly.
But you know what?
Year 2.
Sunday, this past Sunday,
I mean,
I saw that move. Just got everyone else. The entire restaurant, Buffalo Wild Wings. You know I'm there every Sunday. Was like, woo!
I think everyone. I mean, I had to call it. Come look at this. I had to back it up. Look at what we just saw. He's not a running back? No. It was unbelievable how good this guy is. I saw a photo of him from the draft 2 years ago when he was getting drafted, and how it was just him in his green jacket, and I think his mother. And he had like his head down. He was laying on the table because he was one of the last guys left in the green room by himself there in this particular photo. And all those teams had passed on him because he's not that guy. He doesn't have this. He doesn't have that.
I think it's necessary.
What do you mean?
I think that last slap in the face is necessary. Now, it's not always the case, because look at Patrick Mahomes. But sometimes,
right,
when you are better than everyone else,
like Aaron Rodgers,
yeah, like Russell,
yeah,
like Lamar,
like Johnny Manziel,
no,
because he went around the same.
Come on now.
Oh, okay.
Said sometimes. Sometimes.
Okay.
But sometimes a great player like Tom Brady,
Geno Smith.
What?
He was second round, or not? Okay, so not every late.
Not every late, man. Not every late. You got to be good. You still got to be good. You got to be great.
Take me in the 5th round.
Let's stop. Aaron, can we edit him saying Geno Smith right before I said Tom Brady?
Don't edit any of that. That's the competition.
Geno Smith before Tom.
Same payer.
You know what?
Would you count Kirk Cousins?
Kirk Cousins?
Okay.
I mean, he's no Tom Brady. The point is, you need that last slap in the face. Some guys don't like Manning and Luck. I shouldn't have mentioned Luck, but you know what? Luck was good.
Andrew Luck was an Andrew Luck Hall of Famer. Solomon Grundy himself.
Not anymore.
Yeah, and then his
he'll retire with Indy.
I had an insider from Indianapolis that said after he got married, he lost the will to compete. His wife got in his ear and just started talking to him, and
she wants him to be coherent.
Yeah, see, selfish
for the rest of their lives.
So selfish.
She doesn't want her man drooling at the dinner table at 35.
You know, tell him to slide and keep playing. You are stop running through people.
Oh man, he's good. Yes, sometimes you need that slap. And Lamar, you know what? You needed it. Deshaun, you needed it. Although you were first round, you needed it.
Tremendous.
And I like it.
Quick question: can I get a current standing just from you? And to be fair to everyone, Russell Wilson, Danger Russ on Twitter, has not actually had a chance to play. He'll play tonight.
He'll play tonight.
And
you know what? If he looks amazing against this Niners defense at where they
in San Francisco.
In San Fran?
Yeah.
Or is it really San Fran?
In Santa Clara.
Yeah, Santa Clara. Then I may change my tune a little bit.
Right. What's your current standing right now for MVP?
What?
Your top 5.
Top 5?
Your top 5.
In no particular order?
No, in order of how you would vote, as best you can. If you'd like the moment while I go first, I can go ahead and do that.
Carry on.
All right. Number 1, Russell Wilson. Number 2, Lamar Jackson. Number 3, Deshaun Watson. Number 4, CMC. Number 5, Patrick Mahomes.
Patrick Mahomes is still in there?
What he did when on that knee. Now, you know how I feel
They
about
just
Mahomes.
lost.
Yeah, hello, so did CMC. Because of CMC. The Chiefs didn't lose because of Mahomes.
Fault.
It wasn't his fault. They
Wasn't
can't
his
kick
fault.
a field goal twice. Can you believe that? They failed twice at field goal attempts.
I mean,
come on.
kickers have a hard job too, you know.
The snapper couldn't get it down. Then it's get blocked. And somehow I'm going against Butker, and he ended up with 10 points against me in fantasy. I'm going to check the score.
This ain't about you. Can you run through the 5 again?
Russell Wilson, 1. Lamar Jackson, 2. Who has now leapfrogged Deshaun Watson at 3.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Bye weeks or bye weeks?
Bye weeks,
you
right.
take a day off, I forget about you.
Right.
CMC 4. And then Mahomes is my 5.
Okay, so I disagree.
Okay.
Surprise, surprise.
Yeah.
So CMC is still number 1.
Fair enough.
And I'm fine with that.
Okay. 2.
Number 2 for me, Russell.
Number 3.
Aaron Rodgers.
Okay.
Aaron Jones. That man is balling as well.
Aaron Jones has been
Aaron
surprising.
Rodgers, Aaron Jones. I might go. They go a tandem pick right now.
I feel like Aaron Jones hasn't had enough opportunity to prove that he's not good. He had 13 carries this past game.
3 touchdowns.
3 touchdowns.
3 touchdowns. I know Veterans Day. His dad was in the military, right?
Man,
salute to you.
to him, and salute to all the veterans
Yes,
out there
salute.
today.
Yes.
It is Veterans Day. We don't want to let that go, sliding by. It is appreciated what they do. It gives us the freedom to talk nonsense like this about a game we all love. But yeah, 13 carries and getting 3 touchdowns. That ratio is Christian Kirk-esque with his 6 catches, 3 touchdown ratio. Like it's
good.
That's not sustainable.
It's really good. No, it's not.
I don't know if I count that.
So CMC,
Right.
Russell,
Rogers,
Jones, Aaron Rodgers, Aaron Jones,
Aaron,
and Aaron,
Aaron.
Packers, and Deshaun.
Interesting.
Yeah, you notice
Interesting.
who did not make my top 5 that made yours.
Yeah, Lamar didn't make your top 5, even though they beat the undefeated Patriots in prime time, and you're not going to put him there. And then he follows that up with the trap game of Cincinnati, and we'll take him easy, and he busts their grape. So,
You know what? You're right. I do think Lamar should be in there. Oh wait, no, I don't, because Lamar has an exceptional defense.
That defense
playing behind him.
Didn't the
A
Cleveland Browns
very
beat
great
them? Nick Chubb ran for like 2 bills.
Everyone has a bad game, man. Everyone. This is the NFL. Everyone has a bad game. Eventually, somebody's going to get caught by the Bengals. Someone will lose to the Bengals.
That's nearly impossible to see.
I mean, we pull up their schedule.
That's nearly impossible to see coming. I don't know what more could the Ravens do? And he's clearly the reason for their success.
No, it's not. Nope.
Wait, Lamar Jackson is not the reason for their success?
Not clear. Nope. They run the ball a lot.
this
Mark Ingram is having a phenomenal year.
There may have been no worse take you've ever had in your life that it's not
Nope.
clear.
I think the Bengals might, if they don't beat the Raiders in Oakland in Week 11, they take down. They have 2 chances because 3 chances. They play the Jets in Week 13. They play
That's
the
a loss.
Browns in Week 14 in Cleveland, and Week 16 they play the Dolphins in Miami, and then Week 17 at home against the Browns again.
right? No, they probably don't win a game.
Out of all those teams,
don't like
only the Patriots scare you. All Baltimore's in there too. That's a loss,
Yeah.
but only the Patriots scare you.
The Ravens have lost to the Browns when they gave up 40. Your great defense gave up 40.
What are you talking about? My great
I
defense.
said the Ravens have a great defense. That's the reason
They
they're winning.
do have a good defense. Yeah.
They gave up 40 to the Browns, and then they gave up 33 to the Chiefs. Those are the 2 games they lost in Arrowhead.
All right, fine. I said CMC.
Yeah.
I said Russell. I said Deshaun. I said Aaron Rodgers, Aaron Jones. And who was the 5th?
I don't remember because it was so disrespectful. Deshaun Watson.
I said Deshaun. So it is Lamar. Lamar
Wait,
makes my top 5.
Wait, CMC,
CMC,
Russell,
Aaron Jones, Aaron Rodgers,
right? Deshaun
Watson, and Lamar.
I feel like he skipped a name in there this time.
Lamar makes my top 5.
So Mahomes isn't.
No, that's what I very much disagree with.
Maybe that's what
Patrick Mahomes makes your top 5?
And here's why. As everyone who's been an avid listener knows, I think Mahomes is trying to get too much favoritism for his
No,
measure
you also
of success.
said any quarterback would perform in that scheme.
I said any quarterback with a big arm like that could perform. I said Aaron Rodgers on the Kansas City Chiefs would do the same thing. As we saw yesterday, Aaron Rodgers hitting Jimmy Graham for bomb plays, and Jimmy stumbling like the Tin Man in The Wizard of Oz.
He's old.
If he had a Kelsey finishing that off for a touchdown, he'd be all right. Hitting Lazard, who can't do anything. If that was Tyreek Hill, he'd have finished that off. For Mecole Hardman,
definitely true.
those passes turned into touchdowns.
Rodgers and Mecole Hardman.
I mean, oh my goodness.
Please.
That's all we need.
Please.
It'd be ridiculous. So, and again, Mahomes has 8 or 9 of these guys just at his disposal.
I don't know who the fastest receiver Rodgers has ever had. I feel like they're always big, slow possession receivers.
I just remember when it was Jordy and Devontae and Cobb, it was the slowest receiving core in the NFL.
Yeah, but he had James Jones. He had Driver at one point.
He made these guys. Stop.
That's what I'm saying. He's never had speedy receivers.
Yeah. If only there was and he needs a speedy receiver, but he needs a speedy veteran that can put up with his attitudes. If only there was somebody.
Attitude?
He's a little California cool. He's a little snidish, I think, at times. What they need is somebody like an Antonio Brown who could be just available and sitting out there.
No.
Add Antonio to the Packers.
No.
Every single scramble play becomes touchdown.
It does.
Now,
but no.
There's no reason that he wouldn't be thrilled to play with it. It'd be the best quarterback he played with. His success would be off the charts.
Whoa, Antonio played with Tom Brady.
I stand by what I said.
Okay.
I think Aaron Rodgers is the more talented quarterback than Tom Brady.
Talent-wise, I don't know. Rodgers and Brady looking kind of old right now.
Rodgers look good to me.
Oh, he's still. I said he's an MVP candidate for
last
me.
time I saw,
he's not for you.
Well, no, because I can only go so far. We're talking legitimate contenders. Last time I saw Tom Brady, he was getting smacked around. So I can't recall last time Tom Brady won a game for the Patriots. No, neither can you. Here's something that didn't happen that I want to know: is there a quarterback controversy?
I already told you what 11's going to do.
Here's a question: is there a quarterback controversy in New Orleans?
In New Orleans? No.
The return of Drew Brees.
No.
Multiple losses.
No, the return they won. They blew out the Cardinals. Then they went on a bye week.
It certainly was a bye week.
Yeah.
This team just proceeded to do absolutely awful.
Division rival. It happens.
Not to Atlanta. This team
It's a rival.
No.
They play them every year. And you know what? The Falcons on paper still have a great defense. When you look at the names on paper, they still have a great defense. They do.
I can't believe you said that with a straight face.
Because they do.
This is
when
the
you
worst
look
defense
when you look at
all-
the names, that's like the Bengals or the Dolphins. When you look at the Falcons depth chart,
that's hilarious.
No, they still have Grady, they still have Vic, they still have Dion. Trufant actually wasn't out there, so that was a bit surprising. But no, man, they still have Devondre Campbell. No.
They gave up 28
Claiborne.
to the Vikings. This team gave up 27 to the Colts. They gave up 53 to the Texans, 34 to the Cardinals, 37 to the Rams. I mean, they give up points in bunches. They give up points in bunches, man. They're the terrible defense. The Titans dropped 24 on them. This team is awful. And the Eagles should have had 27 on them, but, Nelson Aguilar.
So you're blaming this game on Drew Brees?
I'm
Is this your
Drew
big
Brees.
takeaway?
Yeah, that's a takeaway. I think Drew Brees, as everyone knows, who's been an avid listener, I think he's over the cliff in the sense that he has relied heavily on those mid-level to drop-down passes. I don't see the Drew Brees that I used to see, the 5,000-yard arm flinger. Michael Thomas is tremendous and has extended Drew's career greatly. If he was dealing with Randall Cobbs, and Adam Lazard or whatever my man's name, then he would have been out of football at this point. I don't see it anymore. And if it wasn't for Kamara catching every 5-yard check down and taking that 20 to the house.
Which is what I said you have to do when you are a pocket quarterback and you're old.
Yeah. Oh, that didn't
Do
work
you
so
like
well.
any old quarterbacks other than Aaron Rodgers?
I think Aaron Rodgers is tremendous.
Yeah. And do you like any other? You don't like Drew. You don't like Phillip. You don't like Tom.
Oh.
You don't
I didn't say I didn't like Phillip. I think he makes mistakes, and it's frustrating.
So you like Phillip Rivers?
I like Phillip Rivers, but he's frustrating. I think Tom Brady's a great quarterback. He just isn't the Tom Brady that we all thought he was. He's exactly who I thought he was this whole time, but that doesn't mean people put him on cartons.
What do you mean by the whole time? What are you talking about?
I think that he has been past his prime. He's no longer. When people think of Tom Brady, they think of the Brady with the long hair flowing out.
That's
the
not
back
what I think of.
And the Randy Moss 50 touchdowns.
That's
what people see.
That's not what I think of.
The image that he comes out of that biased, northeast ESPN-ish area, Barstool Sports' area, is that Tom Brady was throwing for 50 touchdowns a year and 5,000 yards since his rookie year
That's
up
not-
until the
But
Super
that's
Bowl
not how
game.
we know. Me and you, the guys who actually know what we're talking about, we know that's not what Tom is. And this is why Tom is still Tom. He may not.
Those small checkdowns aren't what they used to be. His
So-
average depth of target is.
Let me ask you
worse than
this,
ever,
because
right?
you are a Peyton Manning fan, right?
Mm-hmm.
When Manning was
Well, a lot of
looking
people
like
are.
garbage in Denver, what were you saying?
First of all, he was injured. I don't count players that are injured, as you know with Cam Newton.
Whoa,
When he's
whoa, whoa! I
injured,
thought you said if you're on the field. What was that crap you were saying? You and Shannon Sharp agree with?
if you're on the field, the fans look at you as 100%. They don't
Okay,
want those
then.
excuses. You got to go.
There you go.
What happened, Peyton? He walked off. He had to sit down for Brock Osweiler. That's how hurt he was. He said, "I can't keep being out here." 'Cause
Okay,
I'm too
how
hurt."
about before that year? The year before that, when he was still throwing ducks everywhere. What are you
He's,
talking
well, he's
about?
always thrown ducks. He's always thrown ducks. So,
Hey, what?
They flap,
he never could throw a ball.
and that's why he's the greatest quarterback of all time. Because imagine if he had an arm.
He never had an arm to you.
No, Peyton, to anybody. What do you mean to me? To the world. Peyton
Peyton
never had a
could
laser.
throw it down the field.
He would get it there.
Yeah, he would get it down the field.
He would throw a football down the field like Dragon Ball Z would summon an attack. This thing would come from the loins. He would just have to come here and just really chuck it out there. And it would land on target, on time, every time, like the post office. He never had an arm like
So
Aaron
he's like a
Rodgers.
tennis player grunting out there every time?
Yes. If he had an arm like Mahomes, I mean, imagine how much better he
Can
would have been.
you? No, because I can say that for so many guys.
That's my point. But how many
you can't
have,
say that.
How many have gone to 4 Super Bowls with 4 coaches and 2 organizations with that lame arm, just outthinking the game?
Did Peyton go to 4 Super Bowls?
Yeah, it caught you off guard, didn't it?
It did. I thought he went to 3.
Yeah, no, it's because you don't keep up with facts.
Because I'll keep up with bums. I've never been a fan of Peyton. I know he went
multiple
to
Super Bowls.
He went and yeah, he is a
Aaron
bum.
Rodgers with one appearance.
Yep, and he is the greatest. So wait a minute. Peyton, he went against the Bears and won because that was a Rex Grossman led Bears.
It was a good
Gross indeed.
It was a good season for the Colts and Justin Jefferson. Bob Sanders was healthy that year. People forget about that.
I ain't forget about Bob. Learn how to tackle instead of throwing your entire body around.
Throw it, Bob.
That's why he's out the league.
Yeah, and I think the Chargers signed him. He got hurt in preseason, like the first preseason game.
So he lost to the Bears. Oh, I'm sorry. He
Defeated
Peyton,
the Bears?
He defeated the Bears. He got ramrod by the Seahawks.
You just skipped over the Saints.
The Saints.
Yeah, that's when you're
The
forgetting.
Saints because they lost.
Yeah.
You know why?
Don't
You know
get me
why I don't
started
know?
on-
You know why I forget about that year?
Why?
Folks, I am a veteran. And that was the year that I was in basic military.
So you.
So I was cut off from the world.
there it is. Okay.
I
seems
lost like a whole. There was a whole year. I had to like
missed
you had to
out
like
on-
hear what was going on. My drill sergeant came in and was like, "Y'all want to know who won?" We're like, "Yeah, who won?" It's like Saints won. I didn't get to watch highlights or anything.
Oh, man.
So I had. This is why I forget.
That'll. You know what, Aaron? Tag that for another show. It's going to be called Ruben's Letter to America. On
What do you
why
mean?
we lost that Super Bowl? And the
Oh, yeah,
people
yeah.
who I wish no longer existed on Earth because of it.
I think that was a game. You know what? You know what I'm gonna do? I'm on my list of things to do. I have to watch. Thank you for smoking.
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch that Super Bowl because I think that's the game where the Saints pulled a kick or onside kick in the second half, right?
They did pull an onside kick in the second half.
Yeah, that's like all I know from the. And I think Pate threw a pick at
They
the
threw
end
a
of the game.
a pick six at
Yeah,
the end.
to actually, I
Tracy
remember-
Porter.
That's right. You know what?
Tracy
This is
Porter.
coming back. I think I watched it one day.
Yeah.
I got so I need to rewatch it again.
Feel free. There are
But,
better games to watch.
So this is why I forgot. So you're right.
Yeah.
4. That's
There.
why it's not in my mind.
Yeah.
Carry on. 4 Super Bowls.
but
2 and 2? Huh.
Yeah.
It's not that great at all.
Well, when you're going there with bum coaches, you're just carrying guys on your back. The Jim Foxes who've got 0-2 Super Bowl appearances, the Jim Caldwells who are just awful head coaches all in all, led teams from greatness to failure. I'm surprised you'd blame him if he took Marty Schottenheimer to Super Bowl.
You know
Look,
what?
He lost with Marty
You
too.
know, I was gonna give you crap about Tony, and in Denver, I'm okay with
I'm just saying.
What was his name in Denver?
Ooh, Fox or Kubiak?
Kubiak. I was fine with Kubiak.
I'm not fine with Kubiak. I think Kubiak was subpar with his stupid, we're going to run a pistol.
I was
Gary,
fine with Kubiak.
I'm
Nope.
going to take a pistol and whip you if you tell
So
Peyton.
Kubiak and Tony, I'm okay with, but you're right. Caldwell, that man had
And-
the same expression every win and loss.
That man threw away our opportunity in an undefeated season, and Peyton's still on the sideline next to him, just mad, fuming. It was against the Jets. I'll never forget us having a lead. He brought in Curtis the Painter after halftime, and Peyton and I were just fuming at 14-0. You don't get that close to greatness, and you know what? Another show,
He's an
another
idiot.
day.
Yeah.
And then John Fox, we saw what he did with Carolina.
I'm fine with John Fox.
He brought that to Denver.
He's an old curmudgeony type of coach, so
I
he
mean,
is what he is.
This guy had heart surgery, I think, halfway through.
Yeah. But the Panthers, they lost to the Patriots, so that's expected.
Well, the Patriots cheated, recorded them, part of Spygate. But
what is with this? And everyone cheats.
Nope, they recorded.
And you must be able. You can't record every single play.
There's a difference between gamesmanship cheating and going over the top cheating. Right? There's two different things. Trying to steal signs in baseball because I'm trying to read the lips of the third baseman is one thing. Corking my bat is an entirely. Well, we all cheat.
And it happens. Do you know how many pitchers cheat in professional baseball?
Do you count home runs if it's with a corked bat?
It counts. If you
saying,
didn't get caught, it counts.
I'm asking you. If you knew it was a corked bat.
Me?
Yeah. Are you like, no, that doesn't count?
I'm at to bat?
No. Somebody hits. Sammy Sosa hits a home run.
Nah, I remember that.
It breaks in half. He goes chasing the bat rather
instead of running to first base.
Yeah.
Goes chasing up the pieces.
Yeah.
Trying to pick. Well, do I count it? Yeah, it's a home run, man.
So you're gonna be like, oh yeah, he earned that home run. Or are you like, oh, that's why he hit it because he's got a corked bat?
Because all athletes cheat.
Fair enough.
I think
when
it's
you get
fair
caught,
game.
And there's a difference between measures of cheating.
I won't say tainted. No, cheating is cheating is cheating.
No, it is not.
Cheating is cheating is cheating.
There is within the regulation of the game, gamesmanship, as it were.
No.
That's different than actual cheating.
No, cheating is cheating.
I'm in basketball. Did it touch you last? Nah. It didn't touch me.
Cheating.
Gamesmanship. I'm not the official. Not
That's
my call.
Cheating. No. That's
his job.
cheating.
Not my call.
That's cheating.
But, intentionally tying a player's shoes together.
Cheating.
That's too far. That's over.
It's all cheating. No, it's all the same. It's to me, cheating is cheating.
See, that's the difference between you and I. I see measures of gray.
I do not. I see cheating as cheating. Either
gray.
you're about that life or you're not.
No.
And Bill Belichick is about that life, and that's why he's got the rings to show it.
I'm just wondering if any other team in football history has been suspended, lost draft picks, fined as much as them for getting caught cheating.
I don't know.
There it is. You know what? There's one last game that I found to be frustrating when I was watching it yesterday.
Only one?
The only one. There are a lot of, just general games that I didn't care about. A couple.
What game didn't you care about? Every game was good this week. Every game.
I didn't care about Colts Dolphins. I didn't care about Bears Lions. Those are the first.
You know what? I'll give you that Colts Dolphins game because no, I like watching Ryan Fitzpatrick do his thing.
I don't. I like it if I had a fantasy receiver because he's going to throw passes.
Devontae Parker.
I don't have him.
I told you to get Parker a long time ago.
I said Preston Williams. He tore the ACL last week.
Mm-hmm.
So.
That's why I said get Parker.
No, you did not.
I didn't say because I knew Preston would get hurt, but I was saying get Parker.
Terrible. The Jets-Giants, I didn't really care about that game. As you know, Sam Darnold was dead to me.
What are you talking about?
But Le'Veon
you
Bell.
love the Jets.
Le'Veon Bell, another very good game. Finally end zone because these clowns in New York refuse to just run simple handoff. You know what? I'm not going to get drawn into this again. Congrats to Le'Veon Bell.
Titans-Chiefs, man. That was a good game.
That was a good game. And what a win.
Tighten up!
What a win for the Titans. I mean, I don't like Ryan Tannehill. As you know, I think he's just a bad guy.
But you know who I do like?
Who's that?
Henry. I like Derrick Henry. Did he win a Heisman?
Did Derrick Henry win a Heisman? He might have.
I'm okay with that one. Because when I see Derrick Henry, I said, finally an old school back that's going to make it in today's world. He reminds me of the old. Jamal Lewis wasn't as big as Derrick Henry. Do you remember Jamal Lewis for the Baltimore Ravens?
Yeah.
I loved me some Jamal Lewis, and I like Derrick Henry. We don't have enough physical backs in the league. He did, right?
Yeah,
he won a Heisman, and you know what? I like that.
Here's what I don't like about Henry.
Baker.
Before I say do, I don't like that I expect this from Henry, if I can say that. That's what I don't like.
What do you mean? I don't know what that means.
He's 18 feet tall, 5,000 pounds.
He's a solid man.
They clocked him this last game running 20 miles an hour.
Too slow for you?
No, there's no reason that man should ever move that fast.
What do you mean? That's amazing.
It is.
That's a creative player.
He is a Ford Fiesta driving down the field at 20 miles an hour. Why isn't he rushing for 250 every single game since his rookie year?
Because
this makes no sense.
Because they're still coming in and chopping out his legs, but when he gets some steam behind him, no one's jumping.
I think he has like more like 60-yard touchdown runs than any running back in football like over the last couple of years. It's ridiculous.
He's the only running back in football I give defenders a pass for not properly trying to tackle him. He's the only one. Everyone else think you're being lazy. But with Henry, I'm okay with that.
It's befuddling. He frustrates me because I'm tired of how he was used for so long. I guess he was so poorly used. I thought Jeff Fisher was the coach for a minute. That's how bad it was in Tennessee.
Let me ask you this: next year, top 10?
No.
Fantasy?
No. Because I cannot count on those 80-yard plays coming out of nowhere.
Sure about that?
I absolutely cannot. It's He's very good. Congrats to the Titans on their win. Congrats to Derrick Henry and to even Tannehill.
Yeah, man. Tannehill looked good.
Yeah, it was against the Chiefs, so I'm not going to give it.
But I distracted you. What was the game? What was the game
that frustrated me? The Cowboys and Vikings.
What are you talking about? Oh, because Zeke is your. Oh, because you like Ezekiel Elliott.
What?
Oh, that's why. And they stuffed him.
They absolutely contain. And I don't.
But
believe,
CMC would have scored.
Hold on, you told me the Cowboys had the best offensive line.
They do
in football.
They do. But you know,
I couldn't
you know,
tell.
what, you know what I loved about that game, because you know who I think is one of the best pass rushers in football.
Right? Who's that?
Number 99, Daniil Hunter. Are you familiar with him?
Nah, the name doesn't ring a bell.
Exactly. Last night he was playing out there for the Vikings on the opposite side of Everson Griffin. This man, 99, Daniil Hunter, is another solid man, grown man, and he does not get enough love. And last night was enough. It was a great game for him to be brought to the limelight. Apparently, he didn't even stick into your mind.
I was too focused on the offensive players. Dalvin Cook, is he the number one pick in next year's fantasy?
No, it's still CMC.
Okay.
Maybe even Lamar.
Hold on. Dalvin looks good.
Oh, he does.
And
only because he was health scare. That was it.
That was, you hit the nail on the head.
That was it.
I remember telling a friend, watching him in preseason, I was like, look at the cut. Look at the speed. He's amazing. I don't know if he stays healthy. That's the only concern. And he's been healthy. He looks tremendous. I don't know how the Cowboys can't run, but they need to figure it out because it's getting to be ridiculous. It's frustrating, and I don't know. And anything else you want to finish up with?
Well, no, man. I got it. I feel better. Golf is trash. I've let the world know.
Russ, give me that MVP performance tonight. And please, Emmanuel Sanders, let me get 51 yards.
I'm fine with that.
Bye.